The famous physicist Brian Greene has said, and I quote, "Science is a way of life. Science is a perspective. It is the process that takes us from confusion to understanding in a manner that's precise, predictive, and reliable. A transformation for those who are lucky enough to experience it. That is empowering and emotional." Good morning, everyone. Today, at Vikhe Patel Memorial School, we, the students of 9th A, are presenting before you a program on National Science Day. Welcome to our program. We'll begin with a prayer. Let us join our hands for the prayer.
We praise you, O God, for creating humankind in your image and giving all human beings a common genetic makeup, regardless of their race, gender, or ethnicity.
We are awed by the knowledge that there are billions of cells in our bodies and each one of them stores the secret of life in its DNA.
We are amazed by scientists' use of technology to learn about cells, tissues, and organs, and how any changes in the gene can affect our daily lives.
We pray for all scientists, engineers, students, teachers, physicians, technicians who work diligently to unfold your holy mysteries and ask your blessing on each one of them. May all of these technological developments be used for the good of all and to alleviate suffering from the entire world.
We thank you, O God, for the wisdom and knowledge you bestow upon scientists who work at revealing the secrets of creation.
We stand in awe and wonder at the history of this universe and of life on this planet.
This knowledge strengthens our faith in your creative power.
We are grateful for this wonderful creation and for being a part of your blessing.
Praise be to you, O God.
Good morning. The thought for the day is, the important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. It is enough if one tries merely to comprehend a little of this mystery each day. By Albert Einstein. We often hear the proverb, "Curiosity killed the cat." But there is a variation on this proverb that reads, "Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back again."
Curiosity is a trait of many famous geniuses including Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, and Isaac Newton. We can all be grateful for those with an inquisitive mind and an insatiable thirst for discovery, as we all have benefited from some of their findings. Curiosity helps us to avoid getting rigid in our thinking and leads us into exploring new avenues and possibilities. In an ever-evolving world that is fueled by innovation, curiosity could indeed be considered a very important virtue. Curiosity is the engine of innovation, and curious people have an ongoing intrinsic interest in both their inner experience and the world around them. Everyone possesses curiosity. It is this quality that has made so many things around us possible. It makes our environment and our life interesting and ever evolving.
Welcome back to News Today. Today is the 20th of February, which means National Science Day is celebrated today. National Science Day, the birthday of one of the greatest scientists, Sir C.V. Raman, who discovered the Raman Effect in 1928. National Science Day is celebrated each year to honor the innovative spirits of the scientists across the country. National Science Day is celebrated in India every year. The celebrations include science movies, science exhibitions based on themes and concepts, quizzes, debates, and many more activities. That's right. And today we have some students from Vikhe Patel Memorial School who will be giving us more information about Science Day.
Chandrasekhara Venkata Raman, born on 7th November 1888 in Tiruchirappalli, Madras, was the second of 8 siblings from a middle-class family. His father, Chandrasekhara Iyer, was a teacher at a local high school. He was a prodigy child and he passed matriculation at the age 11 and the first examination in arts with a scholarship at age 13. In 1904, he obtained a BA degree from the University of Madras, where he stood first and won gold medals in physics and English. At age 18, while still a graduate student, he published his first scientific paper on unsymmetrical diffraction bands due to rectangular aperture in the British journal Philosophical Magazine in 1906. One of Raman's interests was on the scientific basis of musical sounds. He was inspired by Hermann von Helmholtz's book, The Sensations of Tone. He published his findings between 1916 and 1921. Raman's second important discovery on the scattering of light was a new type of radiation, a phenomenon called the Raman Effect. When a light beam is deflected through molecules, the wavelength of light is changed. The changed wavelength of light is known as Raman Effect.
On 28 February 1928, Sir C.V. Raman discovered the Raman effect with assistance from a student, K.S. Krishnan. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930 for his discovery of the Raman effect. C.V. Raman discovered experimentally that monochromatic light is scattered when it is allowed to pass through a substance. This scattered light contains some additional frequencies other than that of incident frequency. This is known as the Raman effect. This effect had been predicted theoretically by Adolf Schmeckel in 1923. It helps in explaining various natural phenomena like the appearance of blue sky, advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. It also explains the phenomenon of rainbow. Raman scattering is used in remote sensing, planetary exploration and to sense the minerals on Mars. Raman spectroscopy is used to analyze a wide range of products including gases, liquids and solids. Highly complex material such as biological organisms and human tissues can be analyzed using Raman spectroscopy. This discovery was very significant as it was the evidence of the quantum nature of light. Thus, in honor of the discovery, 28th February is considered as National Science Day in India every year.
Wonderful! We are all proud of the fact that we are being brought up in the same country as Sir C.V. Raman.
There is no science without experiments. One of my favorite dialogues from the movie Mission Mangal by Rakesh Dhawan, played by Akshay Kumar.
Speaking of the experiments, Videsh will be taking us to show some science experiments performed by the students of V.K. Patil Memorial School.
Good morning, I am near V.K. Patil Memorial School and today I will be showing you some experiments done by the students of the Innovation Science exhibition here.
Using IoT, one can operate home devices from outside in an efficient, secure and user-friendly manner. An example of this is the water heater at home. Usually, we must turn on the heater after reaching home and wait for the water to heat. If we continue instead operate the water heater remotely, we could save this time. Many home devices such as air conditioner, lights and more that can benefit if operated remotely. Solution to this is a Wi-Fi enabled switch. Let me now demonstrate this by controlling a light bulb. Now I'm going to turn on the bulb using the phone app. See? Turn on.
Atoms are the building blocks of matter. Every atom is composed of a nucleus and one or more electrons bound to the nucleus. The nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons. The atoms are extremely small and are found to be around of size of 100 picometers. But the small unit's evolution started way back and as a philosophical concept in ancient India and Greece. The word atom comes from the Greek word atmos, which means indivisible. Theories of law of conservation of mass in 1789 and law of definite proportions in 1797 did not refer to atoms, yet John Dalton built upon them to develop the law of multiple proportions from experiments. It took almost the end of the 18th century for science to provide concrete evidence of the existence of atoms. John Dalton proposed that each chemical element consists of a single type of atom which could not be destroyed by any chemical means. Later, in 1811, Avogadro corrected Dalton's theory, and another contribution to the theory was made by botanist Robert Brown in 1827. Up to this point, atoms were believed to be the smallest units of matter, until in 1897, J.J. Thomson discovered the electron and proposed a plum pudding model of the atom, in which electrons were embedded in a mass of positive charge to yield an electrically neutral atom. Later, Ernest Rutherford suggested a planetary model, but the model couldn't explain why electrons didn't crash into the nucleus. A solution to this came in 1930 when Niels Bohr proposed the Bohr model, which states that electrons only orbit around the nucleus at specific distances. But his model couldn't explain the behavior of atoms with multiple electrons. Several other discoveries such as isotopes and neutrons and wave equations helped to answer these questions. Finally, quantum mechanics led to an atomic theory which solved the long mystery of the atom. Quantum atomic theory states that the subatomic particles like electrons and protons are themselves made up of smaller particles.
Have you ever wondered what rocket fuel is made of? Well, there are many types of rocket fuels, but the most common one is a hypergolic propellant. A hypergolic propellant is usually a strong oxidizing agent mixed with a fuel. Hi, my name is Advait, and today I'm going to recreate a hypergolic propellant using manganese heptoxide. When we mix potassium permanganate and sulfuric acid in a 1:3 ratio, a green compound is formed. This green compound is manganese heptoxide. When sulfuric acid reacts with potassium permanganate, it forms permanganic acid, which in the presence of H2SO4 dehydrates to form manganese heptoxide. It is a very volatile substance. It easily oxidizes organic substances. Here I add propanol. As you can see, the reaction was very violent and exothermic and would react in a similar fashion with organic fuels such as kerosene and aniline.
While celebrating science, we all remember the contribution of the great well-known scientists. But there are some lesser-known scientists whose contribution is not acknowledged quite often, but their work is also very important. So let us remember the contribution of these lesser-known scientists today.
What do you do when you catch a cold? The answer is quite simple. You take medication. If the cold turns to fever, then the doctor will give you antibiotics. This seemingly simple procedure was not known to the world till someone known as Alexander Fleming introduced it.
Alexander Fleming, a Scottish bacteriologist, was best known for his discovery of penicillin. It is easy for us to take inventions like the telescope and microscope for granted. But these were landmark achievements of previous centuries which made our current scientific advancements possible. The world we live in is a work of science and technology.
Karl Landsteiner was an Austrian biologist, physician, and immunologist. He distinguished the main blood groups in 1900, having developed the modern system of classification of blood groups from his identification of the presence of agglutinins in the blood.
He discovered in cooperation with Erwin Popper the infectious character of poliomyelitis and isolated the poliovirus. Landsteiner found out that blood transfusion between persons with the same blood group did not lead to the destruction of blood cells, whereas this occurred between persons of different blood groups. Landsteiner was elected to the National Academy of Sciences in 1932 and awarded the Cameron Prize for Therapeutics of the University of Edinburgh in 1937. In 1946, he was posthumously awarded the Oscar DeBakey Clinical Medical Research Award.
Ada Byron was the only child of poet Lord Byron and Lady Byron. When she was a teenager, 18, her mathematical talents led her to a long working relationship and friendship with fellow British mathematician Charles Babbage, who is known as the father of computers. She was in particular interested in Babbage's work on the analytical engine. Babbage invited Lovelace to see the prototype for his difference engine. She became fascinated with the machine and visited Babbage as often as she could. In 1840, Babbage was invited to give a seminar at the University of Turin about his analytical engine. Luigi Menabrea, a young Italian engineer, transcribed Babbage's lecture into French, and this transcript was then published in the Bibliothèque Universelle de Genève in October 1842.
Babbage's friend, Charles Wheatstone, commissioned Ada Lovelace to translate Menabrea's paper into English. She then augmented the paper with notes, which were added to the translation.
Born in Mudnahalli village in Bangalore, Mosh Kagandam Varaya has won several prestigious awards for his amazing contribution, including nation's highest honor, Bharat Ratna. He was the creator of automatic sluice gates and block irrigation system, which are considered to be the marvels of engineering. Every year, his birthday on 15th September is celebrated as Engineers' Day in India. Without his invention, the glorious modern dams in the world boasts of now may not have been possible.
That was outstanding. We would like to thank VK Patel Memorial School for letting us view their innovative science exhibition here. Over to the front desk. Thank you.
We thank VK Patel Memorial School for letting us show you all watching some phenomenal work put into experiments by our young scientists.
Now, let us look at some art done by our young Picassos.
on the occasion of National Science Day, we will be asking a question to all of you.
So, today's question is, who gave the famous equation E is equal to mc square? And that's it for today, and you were watching News Today with Ananya
and Arya. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Arya Raghuvanshi and I am extremely grateful for the opportunity to present the vote of thanks. I, on behalf of everyone, would like to extend gratitude to the performers and presenters of the assembly for a wonderful event. I would also like to thank our principal ma'am, teachers and the management staff for their support. Thank you.